Clair de Lune from scratch. Okay, let's quickly review the first two measures, and then we'll go on and work on the third measure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out for you, and do from here to here. Okay, just to help us focus. Let's go over here and add a new page. There we go. Keep this from being too stretched out there. Okay, so start from the beginning one more time. Here you go. 3, 1. I'm going to move my hand over. Okay, and that brings us to the next measure over here. Okay, now remember we were talking about these notes that have these lines. Okay, that means you don't have to play the connected notes again because they're the same. Notice the same thing's happening here. E flat and the C, same thing. These notes are connected, so you don't have to play them again. Okay, same idea. So I'm going to start from here now. So we go back to these two notes over here. Okay, now look at this. They did something very kind for you. They redrew this flat for the A. Remember over here we had our flat taken away by that natural? Well, they're giving you a reminder A flat. They actually don't need to do that. The rule stipulates when you draw an accidental that changes the global rule, that rule only lasts as long as the measure lasts. So this A only stays natural up to the end of this bar line. But they drew, just to be kind and to make it easier to read, they drew a reminder flat to show that the A becomes A flat again when you get to that next measure, okay? And we're going to return to a 2 and a 4 over here, okay? Now, you may notice that I'm kind of moving my hands and use a new group. We're going to do the same thing again. Basically, the way I like to finger is I like to try to finger in phrases, in groupings that my hands can easily connect. And then I take advantage of the extra time of notes being held where I can use my pedal to connect them to change and move to a new, more comfortable hand position. So here's the beginning. I'm using my pedal to connect it. Take a look at the pedal here, right? Okay. Now new measure. Pedal is going to connect it. Move my hand to a new position. Okay. We're going to return to A flat and F over here. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to move my hand to a new position, 3 and 1. Okay. Now before we do that, let's just quickly look and see what those notes are. E flat over here previously, and C. Okay. Notice from E flat, if you just follow where the notes go, E flat goes down to D. Remember, we only have 2 safe notes. I'm just going to write them again. And hopefully, as I write them, you'll just have them committed to memory. Most of the other ones are going to be changed to flats. Okay, C and F. So here we go. The next note over here is D. That's not in our safe zone. So D flat, and then C, B, which is going to become B flat. Okay, all right. So let's follow that along. Right hand, D flat, B flat. Okay, and I'm going to move my hand over to a new position over here, 3, 1. Okay, and notice that these two notes then go back, up, and then back down. See, follow up, follow down. Okay, and it's going to look like this: D flat and B flat. Okay, see how we did that? D flat, B flat, E flat, C, and then D flat, B flat. Okay, and if you position your hand comfortably enough, you don't have to move back and forth. You can just put your thumb here and let that stay for the rest of your hand like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just for practice sake, let's just start right from here. Okay, so here we go. A flat and F over here. Right hand is moving to D flat and B flat. Okay, all right. Now let's go on and look at the rest of the notes over here. D flat, E, F, that is in our safe zone, so there's no flat there. So D, E, F, okay? And notice that this is going to be also tied. So you look at the same note here, so I don't have to play that again. I can just kind of cross that out. Notice this, again, same notes. I can cross that out, all right? So D flat, F, again, look how it returns. D flat, E, F, F, E, D, flat. Returns again here. So let's play that measure again. Okay. Now you may have noticed one more thing. You notice I'm holding my thumb here. This particular note value is a dotted half note. This is longer than the notes up here with beams. Okay, so I'm actually purposely going to hold that note while the top notes are playing. So if I'm just going to do my right hand alone, watch this. I'm going to hold this down, let go of this note, and then let go of that. It's a little tricky. Okay, this is where you're having several voices playing at the same time in one hand. If you can't do it, no big deal. Your pedal can take care of that. So you can just keep your pedal down. See the pedal here? Just keep it down. It's really not going to sound any different, but if you want to be more authentic, you can do that. Okay? It's really up to you. But if you want to try to do the real version, hold it down. If not, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Okay? Very good. I'll see you at the next lesson.